Good morning and welcome to the live audio description of the 134th Tournament of Roses New Year's Day Parade, provided by the Tournament of Roses. This parade is being described for the blind and visually impaired audiences by Audio Eyes. I'm Richard Blythe.
I'm Bryson Carr.
And I'm Nicole Sorrell.
Hey, and welcome for this New Year's Day. Well, it's the day after New Year's Day, actually, because the parade is never on Sunday.
That is a fact. So now we're here on January 2nd. We're here
2023.
And that actually did us a favor because the rainy weather missed us. So
Yes, it did, which is nice. We had beautiful weather today. It is, It's 46 degrees right now here in Pasadena. We are on Colorado Boulevard at Garfield. We are 1 mile west of where the actual parade begins with TV Row. And going back and forth right now are motorcycles. They're clearing the road and make sure people are off the streets so we can start the parade.
Thank you, Western Assets, for letting us have Veronica today.
all right, here they come.
And here comes the sound car.
The sound car is a blue color SUV decorated with some roses on the hood, red roses, with the Rose Parade logo on the door.
The all-new 2023 Honda Pilot Trail Sport serves as the sound car for the 2023 Rose Parade presented by Honda. The most off-road capable SUV in Honda history. The all-new 2023 Honda Pilot Trail Sport is the ultimate rugged family SUV. Special rugged features include a raised off-road tone suspension, all-terrain tires, steel skid plates, and expanded all-wheel drive system capabilities.
And now the Rose Parade opening unit.
In large letters on either side, Rose Parade, presented by Honda. Near the front of the float stands an old-fashioned globe street lamp with street signs attached, one reading turning and the other pointing in a different direction reading the corner. Wide steps lead to a raised version of the Road Parade logo with a 2023 in bold lettering. Behind the float is a large stencil design of the Rose Parade logo.
The opening entertainment includes greeting from the Tournament of Roses Association President Amy Wainscott. She is joined by the San Gabriel Matadors drill team and the Temple City High School dance team, known as Choreo.
And now from American Honda, forever determined, driven to succeed is an understatement.
A blue SUV, white Formula One car, and a red motorcycle race on an elevated track above its stage. A blue and silver vertical takeoff and landing aircraft leads the way while the small and white maroon and orange jet follows behind.
Groundbreaking Honda products are featured showcasing Honda's commitment to make people's lives better by constantly advancing mobility. Honda celebrates the theme, Turning the Corner, as they prepare for a zero-emission future of 100% electric vehicle sales by 2040. At the front is the new Prologue, Honda's first all-electric SUV, which will arrive in 2024. It is followed by the Acura Electric ARC-X 06 race car, and last, Honda's electric motorcycle. Flying high at the rear is the Honda Jet Elite S, the fastest, farthest, and highest flying aircraft in its class. Leading the way as a product of the future, the Honda eVTOL, electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft.
This live audio stream is being webcast on AudioEyesTV, the YouTube channel of Audio Eyes. We welcome you to post questions and comments on any social media platform. Your comments will be passed along to our audio describers during and after the program. Please visit our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. As we say here on Colorado Boulevard, sometimes there's a break in the parade where some floats just don't go as fast, or hopefully not break down. We'll see what happens here in a couple minutes as we're waiting for the next element to come by.
All right. I'm excited.
I can see them already starting down our area. But in the meantime, the streets are lined with rows and rows of fans. The front row sitting in chairs with blankets. They've been here all morning. And then as the lines deepen and deepen, some of the buildings have people standing on balconies. And even one across the street had someone on the roof just a few moments ago.
And they even have, the day before, a lot of people take their RVs, tents. I like that this is a multi-day event for some people.
Absolutely. Rose Parade banners line the light poles down the streets. The banners say the words Rose Parade and have a drawing of a rose wrapped in green.
And now here is the U.S. Marine Corps Mounted Color Guard from Barstow, California.
The Guard ride Palomino Mustangs, which have black, English-style saddles, handmade black bridles, and breast collars with Marine Corps emblem. And the blankets in the Marine Corps colors of red and gold. Riders wear blue dress uniforms with ribbons and badges, white breeches, white caps, and black field boots.
The United States Marine Corps Mounted Color Guard is the only equestrian unit that carries the American flag. Formed in 1967, they are the last remaining mounted unit in the Marine Corps and play a key role in the recruitment for the nation's premier force in readiness. The Guard ride Palomino Mustangs, captured and adopted from the Bureau of Land Management's Adopt a Horse and Burro program. The last active mounted Marine cavalry was deactivated on the 13th of March 1938, and the legacy these horse Marines left behind, along with their predecessors of the Barbary Wars, Indian Wars, Mexican War, Boxer Rebellion, and Nicaraguan campaign, continues to thrive with the MCG today. Their marshal is Christian Drumheller.
And now the United States Marine Corps West Coast Composite Band, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, and Camp Pendleton, California.
The Marines march in their dress blue uniform, a dark navy blue jacket with red piping, lighter navy blue pants, and a red leg stripe and a white cap with the Marine Corps emblem on the front. The emblem has three parts: the eagle, standing for the nation,
And now for the Extraordinaire Award, went to Cal Poly University's Road to Reclamation. Snails are more important than you think.
A large decaying tree trunk serves as home and kingdom to several large and small snails. Various fungi grow from the sides of the rotting wood. Large and medium-sized beige toadstools are strewn about as snails with different patterns on their shells move and eat, extending their long tentacle eyes to get a better view of their neighborhood.
Cal Poly Rose Float, a joint program between Cal Poly Ramona and Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, have participated since 1949. They have designed, built, and financed and decorated the only student-built float in the Rose Parade. Over the past 74 years, Cal Poly Rose Float has introduced innovative technologies, winning more than 60 awards. This year's float encourages the audience to take a deeper look at nature. A sense of awe for the regenerative power of nature lets us reflect on how ending one phase can bring opportunity to the next.
And now from Snellville, Georgia, the Brookwood Bronco Marching Band.
The Broncos march in black jacket with a diagonal pattern of white and maroon, a tall shako with a tall white plume, black gloves, black pants, and black shoes.
They are directed by Dr. Laura Motes Stanley. The marching band has nearly 300 students representing all the band classes at the high school. Their philosophy is to be an all-inclusive band and represent the Brookwood community. Since 1988, volunteer parents, teachers, and students have been dedicated to supporting the band music programs. The drill team are wearing black sheath dresses cut just below the waistline or the short line, as they are wearing black shorts underneath. They have purple glitter and gold glitter below it on the front of their dresses. They are beautiful.
And now the winner of the animation trophy from San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance, celebrating 50 years of conservation out in the wild.
In the center, an orange truck with an open-air flatbed covered with a canopy drives near wild animals. In the float, a gray rhinoceros with a large horn stands next to a smaller light gray rhinoceros. In the back, two tall white and brown giraffes stand over a smaller giraffe who bends her neck to reach the waterfall, spilling over rocks. Two white and black birds with long necks stand next to the truck.
As the San Diego Zoo Safari Park celebrates its 50th anniversary, they celebrate the life-changing moments that occur there. The safari park transports guests into sprawling landscapes and dynamic ecosystems teeming with wildlife. This offers unparalleled moments where authentic stories of nature and conservation come to life. Riding in the back of the truck are the wildlife care specialists, veterinarians and scientists who dedicate their lives to caring for wildlife around the globe. Also riding are the next generation of conservationists, reminding us that a moment can change a life, and hope for a better tomorrow is just around the corner.
And now from Long Beach, California, the California State Guard 26th Mounted Operations Detachment.
The Guard wear navy jackets, white dress shirts, dark ties, blue slacks, dark cowboy hats with gold braid and black field boots.
Making their first appearance, the California State Guard 26th Mounted Operations Detachment is part of the California Military Department, comprised of the Army, Air and State Guards, plus the Cadet Corps. The detachment educates the public and raises awareness about the thousands of soldiers serving in the California State Guard and the thousands of state troops serving throughout the country. No longer ceremonial, their role shifts from support to responding to state disasters and emergencies. The detachment search and rescue teams assist with animal evacuation, provided mounted military security to deploy wildfires, and horses today include quarter horses, paint horses, Mustangs.
And now Stupid Buddy Studios in partnership with Nouns. Meet the Nouns. Giant nouns walk on buildings.
On a sign in front, Meet the Nouns. 3 nouns stand on buildings that form the base of the float. 3 square figures with square glasses tower over the buildings. In the front, on a yellow building, Mr. Blue has a fish-shaped head. He carries a baton with a goldfish at each end, and one of its legs is lifted. In the center, on a purple building, is Mr. Green. He has a pickle-shaped head. In the rear, and on an orange building, Mr. Orange has a triangular maroon head and holds up a popsicle with sections of green, yellow, and red. Wow.
Showcasing a knack for unique visuals, oh for sure, and character-driven stories, Stupid Bubby Studios is home to the longest-running stop-motion show on television, the Emmy Award-winning Robot Chicken. Studios was inspired to buddy with Nouns, a generative NFT project auctioning one NFT avatar based on people, places, or things every day. Their proceeds fund NFT artists for future artistic projects. This unique float is truly as original as the pixelated NFTs it highlights. I'll say.
That was amazing.
And the kids walking and dancing alongside of it seem to be having the most fun here today.
Verb? What? Oh, never mind.
Adjective? What?
Nouns?
As we sit here and wait for the next element to come by, sitting here watching people starting to shed their jackets because the sun is hitting on the north side of the Colorado Boulevard here on partial of it. As soon as the sun goes up a little bit more, we'll get some more sun, and then finally on us, where we're on the south side of Colorado, we'll be able to shed our jackets. But it's not that bad. It feels nice out here.
It does indeed.
There is some sun reflecting off the building in front of us, giving us a little glare into our eyes as well.
I probably got to bring the sunscreen. Darn it.
I got you covered. We can do that. One thing I love. Oh, go ahead.
Now coming up here is the Tournament of Roses Grand Marshal, Gabby Giffords.
The Grand Marshal rides down the parade route in an avocado green 1911 Rambler. The car has avocado green spoke wheels, a black top, and black tucked seats.
This Rambler is a Model 65 seven-person brass-era touring car, rare even in 1911. It is the only known surviving Model 65 and the largest ever made. It is 100% original but restored, including the license plate. The Rambler was originally equipped with massive tires to facilitate the travel of rutted Texas roads. The vehicle sold for more than $3,000 when new and became one of the most luxurious cars built in America. The vehicle is 100% original, but restored, as I mentioned. The original owners kept the vehicle in storage until 1963 because they were trying to find the extra large 41-inch tires. Correct tires were not made until 2015. Wow. This striking Rambler was originally equipped with massive tires necessary for traveling the heavy, rutted rural Texas roads of its day, as we mentioned. There are purple and blue flowers adorning the entire vehicle as Gabby Giffords waves in her tan coat with off-white scarf.
And now from Arizona, Tucson, that is, Foothill Falcon Band.
The band march in a two-tone jacket with a white right shoulder and sleeve and a navy left sleeve and left panel. Navy slacks, a white shako with a white plume, and black shoes complete the uniform.
Let's listen to the band.
The Foothill Falcon Band is directed by Renee Shane Boyd. They are the largest marching band in Arizona, comprising of 258 students from Catalina Foothills High School. The band has traveled across country and around the world. It is best known for crowd-pleasing, high-energy performances like the one we just witnessed. Since the opening of the high school in 1992, there has only been one lead director, Renee Shane Boyd.
And now the winner of the Judges Award from Western Asset. Welcome to the jungle. Diverse life exists here.
Above a carpet of flowers in shades of pink, 4 brown and gold spotted ocelots peer from flowering tree branches. Between them, a black and yellow toucan and a scarlet macaw perch on the branch.
The leading fixed income management company, Western Asset, celebrates the endless beauty that arises in the vibrance of diversity, the abundance of life on the planet, and the power of coexisting in harmony with it. Western Asset's Rose Parade float is a reminder of how our lives are all connected in a beautiful and complex ecosystem of continual growth, change, and joy.
Now coming up are 12 horse riders from Arcadia, California, Spirit of the West.
The riders are dressed in various Old West attire, 1870s, 1880s, and 1890s era cowboys with saddlery authentic to the decade. A California vaquero, a mountain man, a Wild West showgirls, a side saddle lady, 1880s lawman, and a frock coat and cattleman of the 1900s.
Wow. The Spirit of the West riders pride themselves on presenting a historical look at America's Western heritage through the authentic dress and gear of our forebearers. The unit is comprised of men and women with a passion for horses and preserving our American Western heritage. They are proud to ride on behalf of the John Wayne Cancer Foundation this year and share a passion for the work the foundation does in cancer research, finding cures, and providing in- and outpatient care. Each of the 12 Spirit of the West riders and their horses depicts a different type of Old West equestrian. They're Marshall Douglas Larner. Their horses consist of roans, paints, bays, chestnuts, and a beautiful black and white.
A lot of happy people on those horses. Good for them.
Waving their hands to get the crowd all riled up.
So not only do you hear people riled up when the floats and equestrian units and bands come by, this next group of people come by, a lot of people like to cheer them on, and they help clean up what the horses leave behind. They all wear white overalls, and there's even one particular person over in TV row that actually is kind of famous.
Well, he's referring to Peggy O'Leary, 80 years old of South Pasadena. She accepts applause from the crowd along the Rose Parade route in 2019. O'Leary is the longest-serving pooper scooper, volunteering to clean up after the 200 horses on the parade.
Dude, they love them.
That is great.
The question isn't why anyone would want to clean up after hundreds of horses marching in the Rose Parade. Peggy O'Leary, the queen of the parade pooper scoopers, wants to know why anyone would not. I started on a whim, the longest-serving volunteer cleaner-upper said. One year, I watched the parade from the grandstands and observed a small contingent of volunteers picking up after the horses. It looked like fun. O'Leary, who is not a member of the Tournament of Roses White Suit Brigade, signed up to volunteer in 1990 and has not missed a parade since, save for when the festivities were canceled because of the pandemic. She arrives on the parade route by 6 a.m., ready to join her two-person team, one wielding a push broom and the other a snow shovel. Their station is the famed TV Corner on Orange Grove Boulevard, starting at Green Street, and on Colorado Boulevard until the Elks Lodge. Another set of volunteer scoopers follow each of the 17 horse units for the 5.5-mile length of the route. Never mind the not-so-flattering white overalls the scoopers wear.
That's great.
Yeah.
They definitely need a big barrel.
So for those that are listening in while she was reading that, every cheer that you heard is every scoop that we're picking up down the road over here in front of us. No,
great.
really. Yeah.
Getting applause for their work.
Yeah.
They do an
And they
important
should.
service on this parade route.
I feel like the scoopers and the many white suiters are sort of the people in the engine room here, because
Yep.
we all are so used to looking at the floats and the bands, but it's those people, those volunteers that really just keep everything going. So
Absolutely.
a lot of respect and gratitude to them.
Absolutely.
This live audio stream is being webcast on AudioEyesTV, the YouTube channel of AudioEyes. We welcome you to post comments and questions on our social media platform, and your comments will be passed along to our audio describers during and after the program. Please visit our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter.
The theme of the 2023 Rose Parade celebrates turning a corner, whether that corner is actual, like the one at the famous turn, signaling the parade start, or figurative, like the unlimited potential that each new year brings. We all enjoy the opportunity of a fresh start. Turning a corner means rising above, alone or with family, friends, and community. It means realizing dreams and pursuing possibility. This year, as we turn the corner together, we share in the hope, beauty, and joy of what 2023 will bring.
And now from Minnesota, Rosemount, the Rosemount High School Marching Band.
The band march in a dark blue jacket with triangular white bib and a high white collar. A tall white shako sports a tall white plume. White gauntlets, dark blue slacks, and black shoe complete the uniform.
Well, the Rosemount High School Marching Band is the largest competitive marching band in Minnesota, with support from boosters, the community, and school district. The Rosemount community is proud of its Irish heritage and strives to live the values of the Irish way, which include community, empathy, compassion, gratitude, acceptance, integrity, honesty, respect, and perseverance. The marching band is part of a comprehensive instrumental music program involving nearly 500 students. This is the second appearance for the band, first marching in 2013, directed by Leon J. Sieve.
Let's listen to the band. And now from Oddfellows and Rebecca's, Hope for Peace, Symbols of Peace.
At the back, a large white dove holding a red, white, and blue set of links with the letters in each FLT. The dove hovers over a heart-shaped ribbon of red, white, and blue stripes. Inside the ribbon is a bed of huge yellow roses. Pink, purple, and yellow flowers carpet the deck. Olive branches sway in the four corners of the deck. At the front, a yellow ribbon has Hope for Peace written on it.
Oddfellows and Rebecca's has spent 73 years bringing their message of friendship, love, and truth to the world through their Rose Parade floats.
And now from Lakeview Terrace, California, the Blue Shadows Mounted Drill Team.
They wear turquoise shirts, black pants with Western-style belt and buckle, black shoes, and a helmet with a black helmet cover. They ride American quarter horses with turquoise blankets under the saddle.
The Blue Shadows Mounted Drill Team is proud to spend their 4th year ringing in the new year with the Rose Parade. Their nonprofit mission since 1957 has been to teach leadership, responsibility, and teamwork to youth through horsemanship and equestrian drill. Devoted to getting young riders back in the saddle after the COVID-19 pandemic, the team's motto of leadership through guidance has inspired many children to join this unique sport of skill, passion, and teamwork. While horsemanship can be costly, Blue Shadows team members do not need to own their own horses or even have riding experience, making this a life-changing pastime available to everyone. Their marshal is Allison Reed.
And now they won the Wrigley Legacy Award, Trader Joe's. Onward. On a motorcycle, Trader Joe tows a boat.
A man with a green face, goggles, and a handlebar mustache wears a maroon and white Hawaiian shirt. He rides a motorcycle with kiwi wheels. He drives with one hand and holds up a plate with pieces of cake on the other. A lobster rides the watermelon sidecar. Never said that sentence before.
Nope.
At the back of the motorcycle is a bag of Trader Joe's groceries. A baguette sticks out of the bag.
That lobster is having lots of fun there. He's rocking back and forth, rocking back and forth,
He
rocking
is.
back and forth.
A small Trader Joe's flag waves from a pole attached to the back of the motorcycle. Speared on the pole is a chicken leg, grapefruit slice, purple sweet potato, and a pickle. The man tows a ship with a Hawaiian print sail of pink and purple, a rudder of pizza, and a banana tree. In the back, red apples, purple grapes, and green squash dangle from the gunwales.
Okay, now that I'm hungry, the unique style of Trader Joe's approach is expertly reflected in this entry. Beginning with its first store right here in Pasadena, every Trader Joe's crew goes above and beyond in contributing their talents, passions, and imagination to create a welcoming and inclusive shopping experience. 530 stores in 42 states later, you can still get a banana for just 19 cents.
That banana has a face.
Groups of Trader Joe float riders are waving to the audience in their red sweatshirts and striped black and white pants.
And now from Veraguas, Panama, Banda de Música La Primavera.
The band march in a white jacket with colorful diagonal stripes flowing from the right shoulder and trimming the cuffs. White slacks, white gloves, white shoes, and a tall white shako complete the uniform.
The Bilingual Educational Center of Santiago de Veraguas in Panama brings us its flagship musical delegation, La Banda de Música La Primavera. The band includes elementary, middle, and high school students. The band receives support from the President of the Republic of Panama and the Archdiocese of Panama. President, parents, and the larger community donate the band's instruments. The band's 218 students constitute the exceptional and unique band in Central America. Directed by Javier Alberto Jimenez Ortiz. Oh, my tongue.
Let's listen to the band. And now from Kaiser Permanente, all of us for all of you, a garden of compassionate care.
A bike path circles the float with bicycle riders, walkers, and some wheelchair users on the path. Running the length of the float, a bridge stretches over a quiet stream. Behind the stream is a giant red heart with a white EKG wave on it. lush flowers plants fill the garden.
Kaiser Permanente entry illustrates how it feels to have a connected, compassionate care team supported by research, technology, and innovation. They're committed to enabling coordination of in-person, digital, and virtual care delivery, surrounding you with personalized support where, when, and how you need it. At Kaiser Permanente, they believe you deserve inclusive and affirming healthcare that reflects all of you, who you are today, and embraces all that you'll become tomorrow.
And now from Livermore, California, the Alameda County Sheriff Mounted Posse.
The posse wears pale blue shirts with royal blue western scarf ties, dark blue slacks, black boots, and black hats.
The Alameda County Sheriff's Mounted Posse was founded in the 1940s, primarily as a precision drill team and color guard. Today, the posse is a dedicated group of volunteers led by Linda Evans. They not only represent the Sheriff's Office in public relations events, but also contribute to the county's Office of Emergency Services by assisting with large animal rescue from wildfires.
And now for Kiwanis International, catching the wave of service. Hang in 10 for all.
A golden brown bear rides a brightly patterned surfboard. He wears board shorts festooned with flags from all countries. He holds the Kiwanis flag aloft and sports goggles in addition to a classic black bow tie. Surrounding him on smaller waves are surfing Kiwanis float riders. Fish ride the cresting waves, sparkling blue waves with white stars arc behind the bear.
And now the Pasadena Tournament of Roses President Amy Wainscott.
And oh, there she is. President Wainscott rides in style in a butter yellow 1935 Packard 8 Phaeton. The vehicle has a long hood, tall chrome grille, round headlights, and a flat chrome bumper. The spare tire sits on the driver's side, partially set into the front fender.
And behind her is the president's family.
The president's family follow in her black and gold stagecoach. It is pulled by Express Clydesdales, an 8-hitch of black and white horses.
The coach is a replica of an 1880 Abbott Downing hotel coach, which is capable of seating 24 people, weighs over 4,000 pounds, and is 12 feet high. These rare colored horses have appeared in many notable North American events, including the Calgary Stampede, where the Express Clydesdales were chosen to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, Prince William, Kate, and Kate Middleton.
Nicole, those cheers aren't for you. Those are the people scooping up after the horses. Sorry.
I thought it was for the little boy in the cowboy hat walking the Dalmatian beside the stagecoach.
Oh, that could be it too.
Probably both.
Yeah. All right, now from Minocqua, Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Northwoods Marching Band.
The band marches in the various uniforms of their respective high schools, creating a rainbow effect.
The Wisconsin Northwoods Marching Band is a composite band of 8 high schools across north central Wisconsin. This first of its kind band was the idea of 2023 Pasadena Tournament of Roses president Amy Wainscott, a native of Wisconsin. She contacted her alma mater, Northland Pines High School in Eagle River, with the idea to form a band to represent the small town she calls home.
And now let's listen to the band. And now from the city of Alhambra, Together We Rise, rising to the challenge, and this won the winner of the Tournament Volunteer Award.
In the front, a bright yellow hot air balloon with a red and green stripe on top leads the way. Hearts hang from the balloon's basket. Float riders wave from the basket of balloons, which is surrounded by oversized sunflowers. In the rear, replicas of a sand-colored Art Deco Alhambra surrounded by white clouds.
And now from Hemet, California, the Ramona, California official state outdoor playing celebrating its 100th anniversary presented by the Ramona Bowl Amphitheater.
The cowboys wear Western shirts, vests, and hats. Several women ride on a white carriage drawn by white horses.
These talented equestrians are just some of the 300 actual actors and performers from the Ramona outdoor play. Adapted from Helen Hunt Jackson's groundbreaking 1884 novel Ramona, this play has been continually presented outdoors in spring events in Hemet since 1923. The novel spurred an outcry across the nation calling for changes in government policies toward Native tribes. 1 year after the first production, the Ramona Riders made their first appearance in the Rose Parade and are here to celebrate their 100th anniversary. This group includes cowboys and Spanish riders portrayed in the play. They ride a variety of horses: quarter horses, molly mule, foxtrotter, and thoroughbreds. Their marshal, Dan Ferguson. One of the women riders also wearing traditional Mexican dress with the headpiece all in black, and the black headpiece includes a long lace veil.
Oh, nice.
That was beautiful. Wearing a lot of traditional garments from Mexican and Indian heritage as well.
And now here comes another trophy winner. It's the Golden State Award from Claremont McKenna College, launching responsible leaders. Leadership is within reach.
Elements of the campus spread below: a snow-capped mountain, a fountain, and a large globe dominate the quad. 2 double-globed streetlights flank the campus. One building is Tudor style with gold stucco and dark brown wood. Another is beige, mid-century modern design. One is a 3-story with glass on the top level. On the side of the float is the college logo book and globe with the words Claremont McKenna College. The campus is adorned with orange and yellow flowers.
Claremont McKenna College, CMC, their mission is to educate students for thoughtful and productive lives and develop future generations of responsible leaders in business, government, and the professions. This entry honors the 75th anniversary of the college with symbols of the book and globe that highlight this private liberal arts college's commitment to global education that is reflected in its diverse student body and epitomized by student leaders who ride and walk alongside the float.
And now from Pasadena, California, here comes the Pasadena City College Herald Trumpets.
The heralds march in red military-style jackets with white pants, capes, berets, and shoes. 9 of them play long silver trumpets with 1 drummer.
For the 43rd consecutive year, the Pasadena City College Herald Trumpets announced the Rose Queen and her royal court. This elite unit is composed of 9 trumpeters and 1 snare drummer who were selected from current PCC trumpeters and over 70 Southern California high school musicians. In addition to their appearance in the Rose Parade, this group also participates in other Tournament of Roses events throughout the year, such as the Royal Court announcement and flag raising at the Tournament House in the morning of the parade. This parade marks director Kevin Brown's 40th consecutive year.
And now the 2023 Royal Court. A pink robe envelops the Royal Court.
Rising from the back of the float is a giant crown of oval red jewels. Each one is encased in white stones. In the center of the crown is a red heart-shaped jewel, also framed in white. The Rose Queen sits under the crown. The white-trimmed scalloped collar of a huge pink robe drapes behind her. The robe flows down the back and along each side of the float and adorned with a pattern of white roses. The 6 princesses are seated on descending tiered steps below the queen. In the front of the float is a purple triangular jewel flanked by urns and overflowing with white flowers.
Now give your best royal wave to the 104th Rose Queen, Bella Ballard, and her royal court, Celia Ballet, Shahana Rajikanthan, Zoe Denicourt, Michelle Cortez Peralta, Uma Wittenberg, and Adrian Crick.
Fun fact, Sarah Ballet is partially deaf and wears a hearing aid.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And now from Rockford, Michigan, the Rockford High School Marching Band.
The band marches in a gold and white vertical striped jacket with a full sleeve above the elbow and fitted sleeve below. A tall white and gold shako with a tall white bloom, black slacks, and black shoes complete the uniform.
The Rockford High School Marching Band is the largest competitive band in the state of Michigan, with nearly 275 students performing. The band started competing in 2005 and found immediate success, qualifying for state finals in their first attempt and every year since. More than 40% of the band members are also athletes, which is rare for a school of their size. Rather than make the students choose between the activities, the school limits extracurricular rehearsals so that the students can participate in both. The band's first national spotlight was at the 97th Rose Parade in 1986. The program has long been considered one of the strongest and most cohesive band programs in Michigan, dating back to the 1970s. Director Brian Phillips.
And now winner from the Grand Marshals Award, AIDS Healthcare Foundation. There's no place like home. 4 friends know the meaning of home.
The Tin Man, Cowardly Lion, Scarecrow, and Dorothy all gather on the yellow brick road at the front of the float. Behind them are cylindrical buildings topped with domes, surrounded by oversized mushrooms and sunflowers. At the rear, the tall green skyline of the Emerald City rises high.
At the crossroads of homelessness and the need for affordable housing is the AIDS Healthcare Foundation. The classic trip through Oz is a fitting allegory to how AHF provides people in need with a place to call home. The AHF's Healthy Housing Foundation has restored and repopulated single-room occupancy, SRO, hotels and motels, transforming them into more than 1,400 rooms and counting for extremely low-income and homeless individuals in the greater Los Angeles area. With more than 69,000 people yet to turn the corner on homelessness in Los Angeles County, there is more work to be done.
And now from right here, Pasadena, California, the Valley Hunt Club Hitch and Riders.
The group appears in a green Landau carriage drawn by 4 black Valasian Frisian horses and escorted by 2 outriders on identical horses. The outriders are in hunt attire, cubbing coats which are fitted, 3-button hip-length jackets, tan breeches, white glove, white shirts, gloves, and black field boots. The carriage is decorated with roses.
I used to wear these outfits. Literally. Back in 1890, it was the Valley Hunt Club that began the legacy of the Rose Parade. Woo-hoo! Sponsoring the very first one more than 130 years ago, today, the Valley Hunt Club honors the history of Pasadena and this extraordinary piece of history by dressing in period attire as they make their way down the parade route in carriages drawn by Frisian horse-wearing traditional English show leather tack. This year, Valley Hunt Club President Diana Nixon rides with her family in a Lydecker carriage adorned with flowers. Their marshal, Cyril Babcock.
And again, people are cheering for the Pooper Scoopers.
As they should.
As Los Angeles County sheriffs walk along the parade route.
And now, here's the 109th Rose Bowl game float, University of Utah. The Utes are ready.
In front, a white oval sits on a bronze trapezoid above a carpet of red and white roses. In the center of the oval are interlocking red U's outlined in black. At the back is the outline of a football with white laces and bands. The football rests on the gold base adorned with red and white roses. Near the base is the sign, Rose Bowl Game, presented by Prudential. Red and white roses adorn the rear. In the center, the Ute cheerleaders stand on the 5 steps.
And now from Salt Lake City, Utah, the 109th Rose Bowl game, University of Utah Marching Utes.
The band march in two-tone jackets. The right half is red and the left is white with a large red U on the breast. Their shakos are red with a tall white plume. Black gauntlets and slacks complete the uniform.
The University of Utah Marching Utes are also known as the Pride of Utah Marching Band. The band have performed at many notable events, the Liberty Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, Sugar Bowl, and the inaugural parade of President Barack Obama. Today, they will showcase their school colors and talent at the pregame and halftime show for the 109th Rose Bowl game. Director Brian Sproul. Many of the musicians are holding up their fingers in the letter U. Their color guard carries their flags horizontally while wearing black pants and a sparkly red tank top with a sparkly U emblazoned on the front.
And a big smile.
And a very big smile.
And now with the theme being Turning the Corner, here's the Theme Award by City of Hope, Expanding Hope. The Tree of Life covers all.
In the center, the Tree of Life, covered with yellow butterflies and birds in red, pink, and white blooms. It spreads its canopy over the float. In the heart-shaped center of the tree sits a toy bear on a swing. In the front and back, small bridges arch over streams where people walk. Others sit on swings beneath the branches.
The world-renowned cancer research and treatment organization's entry features the Tree of Life. Its protective branches extend over cancer patients to provide care, strength, and compassion, while the patients strive to follow their dreams of life after cancer. The letter D on the bear symbolizes the partnership of the City of Hope with the City of Duarte. The animated butterflies are California native species, the monarch, California dogface, western tiger, swallowtail, and buckeye. Poof.
And now from Fort Hood, Texas, the 1st Cavalry Division, Horse Cavalry Detachment.
The troopers wear an 1880s campaign uniform. It consists of a dark blue long-sleeved wool shirt with collar and sky blue trousers, with yellow stripes symbolizing rank sewn on the sides. The uniform is completed by a blue neckerchief, yellow suspenders, a prairie belt for weapons, 19-inch cavalry riding boots, and a black felt Stetson hat. They ride quarter horses.
The mounted troops are no longer a part of combat, but the 1st Cavalry Division Horse Cavalry Detachment is still on active duty to support the U.S. Army. 1 7-horse mounted units remaining in active service. Their mission is to support the Army's public relations and recruiting efforts to maintain the U.S. Cavalry's 1880 drill traditions.
And now the Rose Bowl celebrates 100 years. Rose Bowl Stadium, Rose Bowl Legacy Foundation. Rose Bowl, America Stadium 100.
A replica of the gray and white Rose Bowl fills the float. In front, a green field stretches away from the stadium. On the grass, a white 100 with a red rose in the center of each zero. The stands are filled with yellow, pink, and red flower fans.
And now the Hall of Fame inductees for class of 2022.
The Hall of Famers ride in a turquoise 1956 Lincoln Premier convertible. The long, sleek car has large white wall tires.
And with yellow roses draped all over it, this gorgeous rare car is presented in the original factory color, Teos turquoise. This one-year-only design was recognized by the New York Society of Industrial Designers for exceptionally beauty in automotive design. Yes, it says exceptionally beauty in automotive design. It's 18.5 feet long, 4,350 pounds, with 368 cubic inch, 285 horsepower V8 engine, turbo drive, automatic transmission, power steering, and power seats. The price new was close to $4,750, which included a Town and Country AM radio with rear seat speaker. Only 2,447 were made, and it is believed that fewer than 100 remain. And I actually only understood a third of what I just said.
And I have white wall envy, so my tires feel so normal now.
The factory promotional materials refer to this car as the longest, lowest, most powerful Lincoln of all time. Its essence is the clean line, the uncluttered sweep of Lincoln's breathtaking length. Here is good taste that speaks with quiet authority. That I understood.
And now the 109th Rose Bowl game float, Pennsylvania State University, the Nittany.
You got it. You got it.
Nittany.
There it is.
Lion roars.
In front, a large green trapezoid with yardage marking supports an oval sign with a white background and a large roaring lion in blue. On the side of the float is a gold trail with white stars. At the rear of the float, a 12-foot-long brown football soars, leaving a gold trail and white stars behind it. Blue iris and white roses adorn the float. The Nittany Lions cheerleaders stand on the steps under the football and near the trapezoid.
New Year's excitement continues for this team after the parade when they look to make their mark on the 90,000 fans gathered at the Rose Bowl Stadium for the 109th Rose Bowl game, the granddaddy of them all. And to be fair, Richard, Nittany is a hard word. I just happen to have grown up in Pennsylvania.
I'm West Coast.
I did go to the rival college pit, so.
Born and bred in California. That's about it. So this is my weather. Anyway, here comes from University Park, Pennsylvania, the 109th Rose Bowl game, Pennsylvania State Marching Blue Band.
The band marches in a navy blue jacket with a white bib and a large navy blue with PS letter. Yeah, navy blue, there it is, PS letters on it. A white cap, white gloves, white spats, navy slacks, and black shoes complete the uniform.
For more than 100 years, the Blue Band has exemplified the spirit of Penn State through its trademark drills and soaring instrumentals. They will showcase both at the 109th Rose Bowl game later today. Director, Dr. Gregory Drain. Their baton twirler dances across the front of their banner, skipping and jumping as she twirls her baton in a white and blue skater skirt and bandeau top. Let's listen to the Penn State Nittany Lion Band. The Nittany Lion color guard waves the white flag with the blue Nittany Lion logo, wearing a blue satin suit, two-piece suit with a white sparkly banner across the top. It is worth mentioning that all the bands here today have the logo of the Pasadena Rose Bowl Parade Turn the Corner emblazoned on their bass drums. The Turn the Corner logo is a street sign with Turn the Corner written on both signs as they meet the corner.
Yep. Because it could mean lots of things.
It could.
Absolutely.
Now here comes the winner of the Fantasy Award, Blue Diamond Growers, sustainable almond farming that nourishes family. Be healthy, that's B-E-E.
I like that.
Oh, we
In the
need
front,
bees.
a large carton of Almond Breeze vanilla milk supports the roller coaster that loops around the float. 4 yellow cars ride on the white track. Each car holds 2 grinning bees, some with their hands up. In the center, a Ferris wheel rotates small smiling bees in 8 orange cars. At the rear, a huge can of Blue Diamond Smokehouse almonds sits on a wooden frame and supports the coaster. Outsized pale pink almond blossoms are scattered around the deck.
Blue Diamond Growers is a cooperative of nearly 3,000 almond growers in California's Central Valley. Mostly small family farms, they share a legacy of sustainability and stewardship of the land that's been handed down for a century. Their orchards maintain certified bee-friendly farming practices. Breezy Bee and his friends are ready to pollinate this year's crop. Float riders are from the Blue Diamond Co-op and help to decorate the float. And the Girl Scouts are carrying their banner as they walk ahead of the float, wearing their beige uniforms, the skirts, and waving to the crowd. On the float, the riders wearing jeans and Blue Diamond blue zip-up fleece, in keeping with the Blue Diamond name, of course, all in
Yes.
blue.
Now, all floats, if you're new to the Rose Parade, have to be covered in something organic. It doesn't have to be flowers. It could be beans, rice, anything like that. And it has to be all natural. It cannot be colored either. So you can't just take rice and color it blue. It won't work that way. You got to find that right organic material that covers the parade float one way or another.
Hooper Scoopers?
We have a white suitor volunteer riding past on his, I don't know if that's a Vespa or a scooter or some kind of really cool
That's a
thing.
scooter.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a scooter.
They go up and down and check the parade route along with the sheriffs. They'll be going up and down too. Make sure everybody's in orderly line, that nothing is out of place or the such.
That's good.
Now, like as I was mentioning earlier, hopefully we don't have breakdowns or something, but it looks like we did because we have not only a little break, I see a tow truck. And it is the mayor of Pasadena. So it looks like he's being towed. We'll see more when it comes by. But the mayor is Victor Gordo.
The mayor and his family travel in a 1907 autocar bus. The bus has 4 bench seats behind the driver, a flat wooden roof, and gold spoked wheels.
This town of Pasadena cheering for their mayor. The bus was custom built and used to haul passengers up to Pikes Peak Hotel in Colorado. Special ability to drive up steep hills was a requirement. It has a top speed of only 18 miles per hour, a tow cylinder engine, and a 600 cubic inch chain drive. The vehicle was found on the East Coast in 1980 and has been restored over 6 years by the owner's father. The bus has been featured in many movies, including Titanic and Around the World in 80 Days.
Now, this is interesting. Usually when a car gets towed,
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo here.
Danny Trejo.
I decided to do the parade by myself. I'm here with Mayor Gordo, and God bless him, but
Thank you, Danny.
our car had to be towed.
It looks great.
So hey,
Not about how you get there, it's just getting there.
when the world throws you lemons, make lemonade.
Words to live by.
Thank you for coming out.
Thanks, Danny.
Thank you.
wow, Danny
Didn't see that
Trejo.
coming.
When Danny Trejo walks up and takes your microphone, you let him.
Yes, you do.
Indeed.
All right, here we go. From Trujillo Marching Band, the Trujillo, Monza, and Brizzania, Italy.
The band marches in a red jacket with white chest panel, red slacks, and red shako with a tall red plume, red gauntlets, and black shoes.
Founded in 2004, the Trejo Marching Band was one of the first marching bands in Italy. The goal of the group is to continually improve both musically and as people. They believe in the education of their members by staying connected and inviting instructors from Great Britain and the Netherlands.
Let's listen to the band. And now the winner of the Queen Award from the city of Burbank. Adventure awaits. Superlative Seniors.
A goat stands atop a sandstone bridge watching the active seniors around it. One senior uses a pick to rock climb. Another raises his arms as he shoots the rapids in a yellow kayak. Behind him, a man paints a scene. At the rear, atop a mesa, an eagle watches as the man launches into the air on a red, white, and blue parasail. Bikers, hikers, fishermen, oh my, and a world traveler they round out the scene.
The city of Burbank seniors are turning the corner of the adventure that awaits, because age is just a number. So stop asking me mine. All the riders on this self-built float are 55 or older. They are focused on a new chapter full of adventure. 14,000 blue and white irises create the rushing water. The goat turns his head, and the globe by the traveler spins.
And now from Citrus Heights, California, Painted Ladies Rodeo Performers. 15 units strong.
The ladies wear royal blue Western show shirts adorned with red, blue, and silver sequins. Their long sleeves sport silver stars. Painted Ladies' belt buckles are worn with white leather chaps with a fringe down the leg. They add rhinestone tiaras to their white hats.
The Painted Ladies bring breathtaking rodeo horsemanship with a flash of patriotic red, white, and blue attire on their equally flashy American paint horses. And the Painted Ladies set aside their work weeks, motherhood, and daily responsibility to pull on their chaps, strap on their spurs, and delight audiences with their performances. This year, the Painted Ladies started a nonprofit for people grieving the loss of a parent by providing horse therapy. Sorry, that would be me in that category. After 29 years, many Painted Ladies have handed down the love for what they do to the next generation. There are several mother-daughter riding pairs and one mother-daughter-granddaughter trio. Marshall Jennifer Macias Sweeney. My mother taught me to ride. Wow.
Beautiful.
Nicole, you need a moment?
No, I'm all right.
Okay.
It's good memories and a lot of love.
Well, it's a lot of love here in Pasadena because everyone is all squished together trying to stay warm a little bit here. And it looks a little bit more crowded in it now than it did when the parade first started. I think just more people just keep on coming, which is good because 3 years ago during the pandemic, first one after the pandemic, it was pretty quiet. It was like half the people that was normally here.
Wow.
It was It was a little weird to see less and less people that year. The parade's only been canceled a few times, 3 times during World War II, and then once during the pandemic, and that's about it. But coming up is the Mayor's Award from La Cañada Flint Ridge. Secondhand shenanigans, secondhand leads to first-class fun.
The Flint Ridge raccoons are at it again as Michael and family discover a human neighbor's yard sale items. Zoe assembles a race car track while brother Ethan holds up a yellow jersey. In a cape, Michael inverts a top hat over a rabbit and waves a wand. Wife Mary works the controls of a satellite, remote-controlled bright yellow car. Behind them stands a stately Tudor house with a banner that says, "Congrats, Grad."
You know, as you were describing that, there is that yellow satellite remote-controlled yellow car. It did pop up, and that little box popped up there.
And so the crowd knows, by the way, the loud cheer was for the men in white flying by on his Vespa as fast as possible. But back to the float.
We call them white suiters.
White suitors.
Yeah.
There it is.
I like men in white. All right. La Cañada Flint Ridge's self-built float is a labor of love for the city located in the foothills of California's Verdugo Mountains. The entry reminds us that each chapter of our lives might shed a state of life, but it turns a corner onto something else that's new and exciting.
And for some reason, there's a pause in the parade. Not sure why. It does happen every now and then. Not sure if maybe the float could have broken down, but we'll have to see in a couple minutes. But as we wait for the float to come by, which won the Mayor's Award, we see some Red Cross passing us now. There's 3 attendants here. And they check the parade route periodically to make sure no one's in distress or anything like that. And they will either whisk them away or provide first aid of whatever they need. They are up and down the parade route. Now, these people don't go up and down. They go up and down in their own little section. So you will see them pass by us several times. Up in the sky is the Goodyear blimp. Now, it runs around in the TV area, so it's more to our left or west. Now, I know they do have a camera there, so some of the TV stations will go to the camera feed and actually see that. Also along the parade route, there are stoplights, for cars, because this is a regular street, and they're all blinking red right now. So they already disabled the lights during the parade, so no cars on it anyway. Speaking of cars, the parade has no cars in any of the floats or units that come by. The only cars you will see are either at the beginning when they do the sound car, or the cars for the mayor or the president of the Rose Parade. But that's it. None of the floats can be cars. They all have to be covered in some type of organic material.
I did not know about the cars.
Yes.
They
Yep.
seem to be moving along now, coming back down with
Looks
that
like it, yeah.
La
Now,
Cañada
if you-
Flint Ridge
Now, if
float.
you look at this little float,
wow.
it's an outboard, is what we call it. It is a little car, but again, it's not an actual car. It's some type of mechanical, motorized device that's covered with organic materials. It might not all be flowers. There could be some kind of black seed, poppies, not sure.
As it weaves back and forth along the parade route.
And not just because he doesn't know how to steer. He is just going back and forth on the street. So people can look at both sides of this car. And as you mentioned before, in front of it is the winner of the Mayor's Award, and it's held by a banner. That's held by 2 Boy Scouts, 4 in total, so they'll swap off as they go down the route and take turns holding the banner. It's not that heavy, but it has some weight to it. Now, passing in front of us is this outboard car. Oh, the back is pointing up. So
And the front is coming up.
Oh, wow.
It's a transformer car.
It is indeed.
now transformed, it's continuing down the route.
And on the back of the vehicle is a QR code. Princesses walk beside the float wearing their school uniforms and tiaras, waving to the crowd wearing a lei and a sash.
Nicole, where's your tiara?
I sadly need one, apparently.
It's a parade. Everybody needs a tiara.
I need a tiara.
Those are actual potatoes, aren't they?
Oh my gosh,
Oh, yeah,
they
I
are.
guess they are, right?
Multicolored potatoes line the back of the La Cañada Flint Ridge
Browns,
float.
purples. They must have cut every potato in half and then just glued them on.
beige. They're all
Yeah.
there.
I've said so many sentences today that I've never said in my life. Like, that float is covered in potatoes.
Yep.
It's a beautiful thing to be able to say new phrases.
Now, here's an interesting thing. Once the parade is done here, it will go to parade viewing, which you can see today and tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, there is an early visit for handicap, so at least you'll have access there before the general public normal gates open, so you can see the parade floats up close. Just the floats. They don't have the equestrian bands or any of the other units there. But it's nice to smell the roses sometimes.
It is.
If you can. Now, You would think that maybe once the parade is done, you can like reuse the flowers like a potpourri. No, you can't. Actually, by the time that the parade is done, 2 days, 3 days later, when it gets back to the barn, they pull everything off. The flowers are already too dry to do anything. But they do take all the material back off and reuse the motorized part of the vehicle for the next parade next year. And they start planning for next year.
And it's always fascinating to hear how far in advance they have to order the floral components of each float.
Yep, they got to know what they want to build, how they want to make it look like, what colors they want to use, and what flowers they want to use to put with those colors.
It sounds like it's pretty much an all year round thing at some point. The planning,
It is.
execution.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe designers are already sketching their plans for next year.
As long as they have the theme. I don't think the theme is out yet, so they're kind of roughly designing something, and then once the theme is out, then they'll
Leave some room to
it.
course correct. And
Right, kind of like that type of thing, yes. Now, we do have a big break in the parade. It's a fairly large break. Again, that could be something that broke down, possibly. Not sure what it is yet. Like the last float. Maybe it didn't break down. Maybe it just slowed down just to bring up the gaps so people don't leave early. That's happened before, too. Several years ago, it was like the third to the last float like broke down, and people thought that was the end of the parade, which was sad for the people that were after that, because we like waited and waited, and what was it, 30 minutes I think it was a delay. It was pretty lengthy, maybe 20. I could be exaggerating.
Well, why would you exaggerate?
I don't know.
It's hard to gauge time when you're sitting in front of a parade and waiting excitedly for that next float to come down.
Yes. Where's the next float?
Way down there
Way
somewhere.
down there.
when you think about it being 5.5 miles whilst carrying something like a tuba or something heavy, and I couldn't do that.
Well, I have a mobility disability, so me, my cane, and a tuba probably wouldn't make it all the way down. Probably about the first 10 feet, and then I'd be like, can somebody get me on a float?
This live audio stream is being webcast on AudioEyesTV, the YouTube channel of AudioEyes. We welcome you to post questions and comments on any social media platform. Your comments will be passed along to our audio describers during and after the program. Please visit our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter.
AudioEyes is a professional audio description company comprised of specially trained, experienced audio describers and talented audio engineers who work in a professional post-production facility in Northridge, California. AudioEyes is the only audio description provider that trains and employs blind professionals as description quality specialists who review all the audio description produced at AudioEyes. AudioEyes description can be heard on more national broadcast networks than any of the other companies. AudioEyes has been providing broadcast description since 2002 and is among the most experienced description companies in the United States. AudioEyes provides description for numerous universities and colleges as well for government agencies. AudioEyes staff includes voiceover artists, audio engineers, and quality control specialists who are totally blind. AudioEyes founder Rick Boggs serves on the committee which created and published the national standards for audio description, published by the American Foundation for the Blind, commissioned by the U.S. Department of Education. Rick Boggs received the Barry Levine Memorial Award for Career Achievement in Audio Description from the American Council of the Blind. AudioEyes received the California Governor's Trophy at the National Business Leadership Conference for its inclusive employment practices, including disabled voiceover artists like myself.
And now from Virginia, in Norfolk, Spartan Legion Marching Band.
The band march in a black jacket with gold trim over black slacks with gold trim down the leg. A shiny gold helmet with short, stiff black plume running down from the forehead to the back. A gold cape, white spats, and black shoes complete the uniform.
Directed by William Bethia, let's listen to the band. Spartan Legion Marching Band is known for its unique look, choreography, and marching style, earning the title of #1 ranked HBCU band by ESPN. I'm Nicole Cyril.
I'm Bryson Carr.
And I'm Richard Blythe. And now here comes from Pasadena, California, the Los Hermanos Buñuelos Charo team.
The Charo costumes consist of a long sleeve embroidered shirt, a bow tie, and fitted slacks adorned with suede. The hat is a sombrero made out from rabbit fur and decorated with colored or silver patterns. Each rider wears authentic rawhide chaps and Charo boots.
And now Louisiana Travel, the winner of the Showmanship Award. Feed your soul. The positively opulent Louisiana returns.
A fully functioning paddle wheel turns through real water as it heads down Colorado Boulevard. Riders wave from the massive boat and outwalkers on stilts strut behind the ship. Tall magnolia trees dripping from purple and white orchids stand at the rear of the float, with smaller magnolias scattering around the ship. Turn-of-the-century gaslight lamps illuminate signs: Baton Rouge, Shreveport, and Yuma.
And now from Cedar Park, Texas, the Vista Ridge High School Ranger Marching Band.
The band march gray jacket with wavy black maroon and white stripes down the chest, a gray shako with tall white plume, gray slacks, black gloves, and black shoes complete the uniform.
Vista Ridge was Bands of America finalists selected from the Grand Nationals competition to perform at the 2023 Rose Parade. Let's take a listen.
And now from Elks USA, Elks investing in our communities, ready to serve, ready to invest.
In the center, a massive brown elk stands on a bridge carpeted in a rainbow of red, yellow, pink, and purple flowers. In the front of the float is the round elk's badge with the letters BPOE, surrounded by stars, and the words Elks Care on a scroll beneath the badge. Behind the elk, a huge American flag among evergreen trees. Beneath the bridge are shields of elk programs. Standing on yellow stars before the shields are float riders.
Founded in 1868, the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks of the United States of America is a patriotic fraternal organization with 750,000 members. Wow. Committed to strengthen their communities. Tens of millions of dollars of donated cash, goods, and services are provided each year by the Elks.
And now from Birmingham, Alabama, the International Andalusian and Lusitano Horse Association.
My hometown. And the Andalusian riders wear flat-brimmed dark hats, colorful scarves, and sashes. They use a rectangular-shaped vaquero saddle covered in sheepskin with triangular stirrups of black steel. Lusitano riders wear cropped jackets and have a high-backed cantle saddle with oval stirrups.
The International Andalusian and Lusitano Horse Association is a culturally diverse group that preserves and promotes the majestic Andalusian from Spain and Lusitano from Portugal horse breeds by showcasing their amazing beauty, athleticism, diversity, and heritage. This unit includes a 1906 hunting trap carriage. Their marshal, Dr. Walter de la Brosse.
And now the city of Torrance, the embodiment of nature. Nature transforms the future.
In the front, a huge yellow and black tiger-striped larvae sits on a rock. Behind him, the closed brown pupa hangs from a green tendril. In the back, an adult monarch butterfly with black, yellow, and amber wings rests on a tree with bright yellow flowers. The garden around the butterflies has large round rocks, huge yellow and white daisies, and a flowing stream.
Torrance has participated in the Rose Parade since 1914, when city founder Sidney Torrance entered the first float to promote the city. Their 66th entry demonstrates that Torrance has something to offer and share with everyone. If you are a new or lifelong resident, one of over 200,000 employees commuting to business in the city, or a welcomed visitor, the city of Torrance has a hometown spirit.
And now the Pella Marching Dutch from Pella, Iowa.
The band march in a two-tone jacket. The yoke and sleeves are white. The body of the jacket has horizontal stripes and shades of green. Black slacks and black shoes complete the uniform.
The Pella Marching Dutch Band was established in 1937 as an all-inclusive school band. Their innovative show designs, excellent musical command, and outstanding marching technique have earned them numerous first-place awards. The city of Pella has established a community built on Dutch customs, and the band's historic tradition is second to none in the state of Iowa.
And now the winner of the Bob Hope Humor Award from the city of South Pasadena, Spark of Imagination. Follow the science if you can.
At the rear, a white gloved hand turns a crank that rotates gears on a huge crazy house. In the center, Lab Professor Mouse wears a first place blue ribbon from the science fair. He stands atop a stack of books, science, atoms, and chemistry. A long shaft extends from the house to the front. A white gloved hand mounted at the end of the shaft holds a dangling wire cage. Below the cage sits Einstein Mouse. Behind him, at another desk, is MDME, Curry Mouse. Rainbow pinwheels spin, and 3 red boots spin at the side of the house.
South Pasadena Tournament of Roses is the oldest self-built float in the Rose Parade, having constructed and decorated floats since 1893 to promote community spirit and volunteerism. This year's entry highlights the imagination and creativity of children, but with a twist: mice. Several types of bark, along with sycamore and liquid amber leaves, can be found on the float. It also features 14 different types of roses.
And now here come some big horses. It's the Budweiser Clydesdales from St. Louis, Missouri.
The 8 brown Clydesdales have a white blaze on their face, white feathering on their lower legs just above their hooves. They pull a red wagon adorned with roses. The wagon has yellow painted spokes and the large rear and small front wheels. The driver and rider are dressed in green uniforms and caps. They are joined at the seat by a white and black spotted Dalmatian.
And now the winner of the Past President Award, Building Industry Association of Southern California, Building for the Future, Constructing a Dream.
In the center, a young girl leans on a book of architectural drawings of houses. In front of her is a house with a modern circular design. Behind her stands a square 2-story yellow house with solar panels on the roof. At the rear is a craftsman cottage. Surrounding the houses are hummingbirds, waterfalls, tall trees, and lush gardens of yellow, red, and purple flowers.
2023 commemorates the centennial year for the Building Industry Association of Southern California, the leading advocate for thousands of building industry leaders who are committed to a vision of inclusive future housing for all. Designed by the Junior Builders, a program for children 10 to 15, the float illustrates the past, present, and future of home building where protecting our environmental and natural resources.
That's putting the kids to work. And now from Shadow Hills, California, the new Buffalo Soldiers.
The soldiers ride black or bay Missouri Foxtrotters and Tennessee Walkers with McClellan's saddles. Their uniform consists of light blue trousers, period shirts and suspenders, dark blue jackets with yellow piping, black slouch hats, haversacks, Civil War boots, and spurs.
The new Buffalo Soldiers, representing the 10th Regiment, Company H of the U.S. Cavalry, was organized in 1992 as a historical interpretation group. The organization initially portrayed the Black American veterans of the Civil War. Added this year are 3 Iron Riders to represent 40 black soldiers who volunteered for an experiment, a 1,900-mile journey from Montana to Ohio, on bicycles instead of horses. Testing the feasibility of bicycles as a mode of military transportation in the mid-1800s was a challenge. Like their equestrian counterparts, the bicycles are replicated with care for authenticity. 2 of the new Buffalo Soldiers are descendants of their original namesakes, Marshal August Seaman Jr.
And now from the Lions International, Bridging the World Through Service. Bridges connect, ideas, people.
3 different types of bridges, stone, latticework, and metal, arch over lush gardens. Beneath the bridges, float riders tend vegetables and flower gardens. Evergreen, an apple tree with a dark red fruit, and a flowering pink tree complete the scene.
Lions International is the largest service organization in the world, with 1.4 million members in 50,000 clubs. They first displayed a float in the 1948 Rose Parade and have displayed since 1992. They have continuously had an entry in the parade. This year's float features lions and Leos planting trees, picking up litter, and tending a garden with nutritious food. The three bridges symbolize bringing people together and bridging the gap between local and global needs. Supporting this mission and riding on the float are Lions International President Brian Sheehan and his wife, Lori Sheehan.
They keep moving, so I'm not too worried.
So sometimes when the parade gets held up for a little while, they start coming in a flood, and that's what we just enjoyed, was a flood of...
A barrage.
A barrage.
Of awesome floats.
Of floats and bands.
And then a break.
And horses.
And it happens because it depends on how the bands walk fast or slow, which is kind of weird. That last break we had, the break was because of a band. So I don't know, maybe they were walking slow or something?
That's because you're getting up and finding out all the inside details of the slowly walking. They weren't walking slowly. They were walking in rhythm to the beat they were playing.
There it is.
That is called skill and talent. And that is what these bands bring to this parade.
That's not dancing?
Well, it's dancing with skill and talent.
Well, we do see coming the Taipei, Taiwan Republic of China. It's the Taipei First Girls High School Marching Band, Honor Guard and Color Guard.
The band march in red jacket with white sleeves topped with gold epaulets over pleated white skirts. A yellow shako with pale yellow plume and knee-high white boots complete the uniform. The Honor Guard wears the same uniform with a pale green jacket.
Established in 1959, the Taipei First Girls High School Marching Band includes 45 honor guards, 10 color guards, and 15 assistant teachers. The band has won numerous national and international awards and participate each year at Taiwan's national flag raising ceremony. To remain in the band, all members must maintain high academic grades, resulting in a 98% admission rate to four-year colleges. This is their third appearance at the Rose Parade. The late master HFB directed the band for nearly 50 years and led them in 1996 and 2005 Rose Parades. Their director today is Shang Yi Lei.
They all have sabers, it looks like.
All right. Certainly a twist on what you normally see.
The girls are wearing white knee-high boots with about an 1.5 inch heel. Their skirts are pleated just at the upper thigh area.
They're all smiling.
Yeah, they are. Happy to be here.
Yes, they are. So the color guards all wear green, and then the band members wear red.
The white skirts of the color guard pleated, the green top with the white sleeves, and a green and black belt. Green and gold, with a very gold buckle, and gold detailing along the side of their knee-high boots.
A lot of happy faces. We love that.
Their color guard wears royal blue dresses with white lace jackets over top.
And now the winner of the Leishman Public Spirit Award from Downey Rose Float Association. Be inspired. Honey, I'm home.
A honeycomb arch bridges a flowing stream full of oversized pink water lilies on green paths. Huge black and yellow honeybees flap their wings while they forage for nectar and pollen in the wildflower garden of giant red strawberries, purple catnip flowers, and white orchids.
Thanks to the worldwide population of bees stabilizing, bees, like the ones on the Downey float, have turned the corner into thriving communities. Turn the corner, see what we did there?
Ah, I like it.
Bees pollinate over 1/3 of the human food supply. The Downey Rose Float Association is proud to devote this year's float to the worldwide education of honeybee preservation and hope to inspire people to become backyard beekeepers.
And now from San Diego, California, the Scripps Miramar Ranch.
The riders are attired in medieval costumes of velvet robes in shades of green, aqua, blue, crimson, and plum. Their gold crowns are inlaid with faux gemstones. Their American saddlebred horses sport custom-made saddles of crimson and gold with saddle blankets of bright-colored velvet and damask. Their tack is trimmed with faux stones to match the riders.
Scripps Miramar Ranch invites you to step back in time when knights in shining armor wooed fair ladies. Adding to the pageantry are the Miramar Ranch saddlebreds. The horses are standouts with their alert, expressive faces, arched necks, proud bearing, and animated trot. They train all year to handle the sights and sounds of their annual parade down Colorado Boulevard.
And now the Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, protecting the wild, nature on display.
A black bear stands on two legs amid pink and blue flowers. To his left, another black bear climbs on a dead limb. A stream runs between them where 2 brown ferrets swim and a round brown beaver sit. Behind the bears, 2 tall green pine trees rise on either side of the outcropping of rock with a waterfall. Soaring above the trees are 2 black condors. Peering below the highest point of the rock is a brown mountain lion with a white chest. On top of the rock, a wolf howls. In the background is a grove of burned pines.
And now from Carson, California, the Salvation Army Tournament of Roses Band.
The band wear red jackets with black and white trim, a black Salvation Army hat and cap. The men are in black pants while the women wear black skirts and pumps.
The Salvation Army Tournament of Roses Band is marching for the 103rd consecutive year, providing band members fulfillment through musical excellence with spiritual purpose. Let's take a listen.
The Crown City Innovator Award, Basic Products, launching our future generation, flying to the future of success.
3 kids and a rocket blast from a globe of the Earth. The rocket has an eraser body, pushpin nose, and pencil marker wings. Notebook paper spills from the rocket's gold exhaust. The craft soars over books, crayons, paintbrushes, markers, pencils, and a giant green mortar board with a gold tassel. Cheering the flyers are the graduates in caps and gowns waving from a stack of books at the front. On the sides of the float is the Basic Products green and gold logo.
And don't forget the classic cartoon Hooter the Owl riding in the front of the parade float to inspire education. Celebrating 25 years in business, Basic Products promotes the importance of education for future generations to people around the world. Basic Products offers a variety of affordable supplies for the office to school to writing tools.
And now from Pasadena, California, it's the Pasadena City Tournament of Roses Honor Band.
The Honor Band march in red military-style jacket embroidered on the left chest with the Tournament of Roses logo, white pants, red shakos with white plumes.
Director Kyle Luck, this band has participated since 1930, the Pasadena City College Tournament of Roses Honor Band. The band comprises current PCC Lancer marching band members and select high school students from throughout Southern California. More than 500 high school music students auditioned for the 225 spots in the band. The band performs a medley of Here Comes the Sun and I Can See Clearly Now, as well as the band's theme song, Everything's Coming Up Roses. Let's take a listen.
This live audio stream is being webcast on AudioEyesTV, the YouTube channel of AudioEyes. We welcome you to post questions and comments on any social media platform. Your comments will be passed along to our audio describers during and after the program. Please visit our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter.
The Pasadena City College Tournament of Roses Honor Band is trailed by their color guard wearing red pants and beige tops, carrying their gold flags, and the very back of the color guard are carrying green poles, with a Rose Bowl logo at the very top, beige with a red rose.
Now, there were earlier, during the parade route, there are white suitors that are in scooters, but there was one wearing, what was that? Fairy wings or something?
I missed the fairy wings. I
didn't
saw
see
the
the fairy
teddy bear
wings?
backpack, which I was a big
I'm
fan of.
disappointed. I didn't see the wings.
You're blocking our camera. There's lots of things going on around here. So much to see, so much to describe.
Stuff you would never see on any other given day.
So right now there's a break in the parade, and since there's a break, there's people that use the crosswalk and cross back and forth on the street, either to try to get to the warm to the cold side or cold to the warm side.
And you always see, as I see across the street from us now, the parent with the very young child sitting on the shoulders, in awe of what they get to see as the parade goes through.
I think she's
Goes
pulling his
past.
hair.
She is, actually. I was trying to make this a sweet moment of a father and a daughter, and you're like, no, she's yanking his hair
The
out.
pigtails are cute, though.
She's got to be having a good time, though.
So as we wait for the next float, it is a float that's going to be coming by. It's a Donate Life float. We do have a break in the parade, and walking in front of us again is the Red Cross, just checking up and making sure everyone's okay. People wave them down if they need assistance of some sort. Also in the middle of the street, there's 4 white suiters standing around drinking their coffee, maybe gabbing about the upcoming game that's coming up in the Rose Bowl right after the parade.
Well, while the white suits tend to look all the same, I'm just amused here that we have a no hat wearing white suit, a white baseball hat, a red baseball hat, and a white beanie. All 4 with different head coverings.
Yes, but at least they're all wearing white suits and red ties.
One does want
white
a hint
shoes.
of color.
And on one, red gloves.
Oh yes, that is red gloves. That's right.
That's his bit of flair.
He's also wearing the red hat, so this gentleman loves a pop of color.
Yes, he does.
He seems to be directing the other gentleman as well.
Now, also people lined along the streets and the buildings. Behind us, we have some grandstands. So there are people up there that get a more aerial view of seeing the floats. Those are available to sit in, but not for free. It's actually paid per seat up and down the parade route. The closer you get to TV, I believe, the more expensive it is.
Now, the most of the people that I'm looking around seeing are wearing attire that is honoring their college. And I did just see a woman walk across the parade route wearing a flag of her college.
Oh, that's great.
And since I'm not very good at knowing what it was a big U, and
Utah?
I'm going to go with that.
Perhaps.
I see Utah over there.
Let's go with Utah.
I'm going to go, it was red, so red and white would
or
be
Utah.
Utah, so we're going to say it was a Utah flag.
It's Utah or an equally nice school.
They're all
Well,
fabulous.
There it is. Yeah.
Well, we do have
Way to pander.
There it is.
We do have our float coming up, and it is the winner of the Sweepstakes Award, and it is Donate Life, lifting each other up. To donate life is to lift the spirit.
A colorful Asian street dragon dominates, winding the length of the float through flowering trees, hanging lanterns, and paper fans. The dragon's body is decorated with 44 fluorographs, representing those who have given the gift of life. The dragon is supported on poles held by living donors and surrounded by recipients. Signs on either side of the float read, Donate Life, Dona Vida. At the rear, standing a Pefang bridge, I hope I said that right, is an inscription in Mandarin highlighting the power of the gift of life.
This year's Donate Life entry celebrates the power of organ, eye, and tissue donation, with donors and recipients working together to support one another. In Asian cultures, dragons symbolize great power, good luck, and strength. They bring prosperity and abundance. The recipients' lives have been transformed and have turned the corner to a more auspicious future.
And Red Cross is still coming up and down. I actually saw a Red Cross person holding hands with somebody that needed assistance, but it wasn't the Red Cross kind. It was trying to find their seats. Yeah, they must have one of those paid seats because they did have a ticket in their hand. Here comes the float now. The dragon is trying to breathe fire, but it's just blowing smoke out of its nose.
Carrying the Sweepstakes Award banner again appear to be some Girl Scouts. Along the body of the dragon on this float are made in seeds, I'm assuming, photos of those who have donated and I'm sure those who have received.
And amazing the level of detail on those. I cannot imagine the effort and time.
Incredible portraiture work using, I'm assuming, seeds.
So earlier when the Rose, Court, and Queen came by, when they start doing those, they pick 7 young women from surrounding high schools and for a couple of weeks, and then after that they finally picked the Queen. And then when I was looking into that, I found that one of them was wearing a hearing aid, so I went and looked her up a little bit. She is the president of the ASL Club, an Alvarado ambassador, vice president of the Fashion Club. I think that's right up your alley, right? You like your pop of color.
My pop of color as I'm wearing a black shirt now.
Member of the Social Justice Club, Science Club, Bake a Change charity, and so many other things. And not all the girls do this stuff too. They all have all these extracurricular activities and still are able to fit into the schedule of stuff doing for the Rose Court and Queen. It's not just when they're picked about a month ago or so, but they actually do stuff throughout the year as their court. But she does plan to study medicine with a focus on sports, ear, nose, and throat. So that's great that she's going to be in the field of something that she is in touch with.
You know, most of us dealing with disability, or differently abled as some will call it, is that we know and we recognize that most of us in this world are dealing with something. Some of ours are just more obvious to others to notice. So while everyone works really hard in the court to become the court, it's worth noting that we don't know what others struggle with. So recognizing that every single person has a struggle in life, and we all just do our best to do our best.
Well said.
Well, I hear a band coming all the way from Ixtapalapa, Mexico. It's the Bujos Marching Band.
The band march wearing traditional Mexican costumes. The mariachis don sombreros and have sashes at the waist. The female dancers wear dresses with full skirts and have ribbons in their hair, while others don pre-Hispanic Aztec costumes.
Bujos Marching Band went from Spanish to not Spanish there. Bujos Marching Band is proud of its choreography and versatile melodies. They play national and international music combined with popular and traditional music, creating an atmosphere that emanates the joy and emotion of Mexican culture. Established in 1999 as part of Escuela Secundaria Técnica Number 3, the Bujos Marching Band is comprised of more than 250 musicians, dancers, creating a huge family. Directed by Eric Motas Reyes. Let's take a listen as they come by. Their dancers are wearing black with orange and yellow, and their skirts are reminiscent of a butterfly wing. Wearing headpieces of orange and yellow with monarch butterflies in their headpieces as well. The gentleman marching with their dancers wears a traditional Mexican cape sarape with a monarch butterfly on the back of the bright colored sarape.
Now from Norco, California, the Norco Cowgirls Rodeo Drill Team.
The Norco Cowgirls wear turquoise and navy shirts, white rodeo chaps, and black felt hats. The hats are adorned with fresh flowers. The horses, bridles, and breast collars are adorned with sterling silver conchos.
Founded in 2008, the Norco Cowgirls Rodeo Drill Team are a specialty act at rodeos performing dangerous, high-speed precision maneuvers at a gallop. The team are proud, positive role models for America's youth, support our country's veterans, and participate in the Challenge Children's Rodeo, tough enough to wear pink. Now, I'll interrupt to tell you that there are 2 children in white jumpsuits hoping to poop or scoop, and one of them is riding on the bucket while the other is steering the bucket with the young boy's legs. Now back to the Norco Cowgirls Rodeo Team. They are tough enough to wear pink in their breast cancer campaign. The 12 dedicated horsewomen ride American paint and American quarter horses. The youngest rider, Morgan Bowen, is just 16. She has been riding drill with her mom, the team's drill captain, since she was 6 years old. The marshal, Mashawn Bowen.
And now in front of us, enjoy Illinois, the middle of everything. The land of Lincoln has much to offer.
In front is a bust of Abraham Lincoln and a Route 66 highway sign. Behind it, Enjoy Illinois is spelled out along the length of the float. The O in Illinois is a blue map location symbol pointing to the skyline of Chicago, reflected in the Cloud Gate sculpture, the beam. Behind the eye is the Navy Pier Centennial Ferris wheel and a replica of the Sears Tower. At the rear is a replica of the brown rock formations and pine trees in the Shawnee National Forest. Purple, gold, and mauve and white striped hot air balloons float high above the trees.
Illinois native Grace Kinsler, Grace Kinsler, a 21-year-old award-winning singer-songwriter. After placing second runner-up this past season of American Idol, Grace began her journey as a professional artist hired to perform across the country in festivals and events, including the grand opening of the Sable Hotel at Navy Pier and numerous Chicago Bulls, Chicago White Sox games. The Bulls don't play the White Sox, for those who don't know sports. Bulls are basketball, White Sox baseball. Just wanted to clarify.
Oh, okay.
The way
Not
it was
without
said.
a miracle, yeah.
Yeah. They might play in the summer pickup league. Who
Do you
knows?
think that white suitor is wearing Red Sox? Anyway.
Oh, fancy.
And now the winner of the Princess Award, Rotary, serving with imagination and hope, a carousel ride of service.
The float is a huge white carousel horse with its legs folded under it. Its white mane on top of its head is tied with pink ribbon. Its saddle blanket is maroon trimmed in gold. On its back, an open saddle holds a group of people. Rising from the center of the horse is a tall golden carousel pole and white feathers on top.
Rotarians practice their motto of service above self by supporting local and global programs that improve the quality of people's lives. The float's 16,000 flowers, I'll say that again, 16,000 flowers.
Wait, how many?
16,000 flowers shine a light on the needs of millions of children. More than 5 million children under the age of 5 die each year from malnutrition, poor sanitation, and inadequate health care. Rotarians riding the century have all participated in projects to save at-risk mothers and their children with high-quality health care and community programs.
How many?
I think she said 17,000.
Oh, so
Let me look again. I believe it was 16,000. You know, when you consider 16,000 flowers
that's a lot of
compared to the
flowers.
needs of millions of
Yes,
children.
Yes. Now this float does have some outwalkers dressed in like 1600s attire.
They're wearing long vest, black pants, black vest, and a long black waistcoat with a bowler hat. One gentleman has a green vest on and another gentleman has a royal blue. There are two folks riding the float with a very beautiful purple blanket. That might be my favorite color. Anyone who knows me. A purple scarf, a green fleece, and a blue fleece.
And now coming from Sakoyoku, Japan, the All Gifu Honor Green Band.
The band march in a two-tone jacket with a black right shoulder and sleeve and a diagonal royal blue panel on the left. Black socks complete the uniform.
Black socks along with their black slacks. They go together well.
Probably 16,000 slacks.
Probably so. Japan's Honor Green Band is a composite band whose members are selected from students in and around Gifu, Japan. Most of this year's members are college students with a few lucky high schoolers, each with extensive performing experience and superior musical talents. The band was established in 1998 at the Sendai in the Tohoku region of Japan and aims to increase green plants on our planet. Over the past 24 years, the group has had 27 trips overseas and more than 2,000 student participants. Director Taaki Wada.
There goes by 181 band members.
Wow.
All right, Shriners Children back in the game. Fezzi and his teammates.
On green grass surrounded by yellow, pink, and red flowers, a brown bear wearing a maroon fez and white baseball uniform leans a bat. He is joined by a boy in a wheelchair spinning a basketball on his finger and a girl with a prosthetic leg next to a golf pen. Behind them is a goalpost amid flowering trees and a banner, East-West Shrine Bowl. More than just a game.
Thousands of children with complex medical conditions are getting back in the game with 100 years of quality wraparound care from Shriners Children's, regardless of ability to pay or insurance status. Shriners Children's celebrates their patients' hopes, resilience, and determination to realize their dreams. The entry depicts a journey for their patients that may be filled with challenges, but each overcome. I'm reading, folks. Bear with me. But each one overcoming represents a milestone achieved and a corner turned. The float shares stories of hope and healing through their national patient ambassadors, Catherine and Parker, riding the float. So much is possible when Shriners Children's patients believe in themselves and gain the confidence to achieve their goals.
Now with the bouncing floats that go by, that last float actually dropped a flower. I saw a guy pick it up and gave it to a lady.
Oh, how sweet.
And now here's the winner of the Director's Trophy, the Lutheran Hour Ministries, A New Day with Jesus. This is the day the Lord hath made.
Smiling flowers and oversized, colorful blocks sit at the front of the float. Giant flowers stand alongside a playground swing with a welcome sign on it. Behind the swing, two people sit in the middle of a large open book. Behind them and in front of the church, with stained glass windows, Jesus stands with arms raised. Behind the steeple church, a bright yellow sun smiles.
A new day dawns on the Lutheran Hour Ministries float. As the sun rises behind the church, families gather to spend the day with Jesus. The church doors are open as Jesus welcomes them with stories of God's love. Riders represent 12 modern-day disciples receiving his teachings. No matter what the world throws at us, the Lutheran Hour Ministry entry demonstrates how faith can help us all turn the corner.
And now coming up from Los Angeles, California is the Los Angeles Unified School District All-District High School Honor Band.
The honor band wear red and white West Point style jackets, a white sash with blue letters edged in red, Los Angeles, with blue pants, tall white shako, and white shoes.
The LAUSD All-District Honor Band has been participating in the Rose Parade since 1973, comprising brass and percussion musicians along with drum majors, shield carriers, and tall flags. The band is performed at a variety of events including NFL Super Bowls, Major League Baseball World Series. Band directors Tony White and Art Dorado and their talent staff work with more than 300 students from 75 schools for their 50th Rose Parade performance.
Now I'm looking up their information here. There are 260 brass members, 60 percussionists, and 45 non-playing for a total band size of 365 students.
That's way more than 300. The program has served over 14,000 students since inception.
You have to call him out on his math.
No. I said more than 300. He gave me a lot more. That was great. The program has served over 14,000 students since inception. It was designed to give students in the second largest school district the opportunity to march in the Rose Parade. Director Anthony L. White is celebrating his 35th year of working with the LA All-City Band Organization. Each letter of Los Angeles and the two logos are being carried by a member of the group. And they are dancing with those signs.
Yes, they are.
They're also wearing red floral headpieces.
Let's listen to the band.
Color guard with their blue flag poles and beautiful blue flags with gold detailing, and again their red floral headpiece.
I counted 300, so.
1, 2.
He was absolutely accurate. My notes said that there were more than 300.
Ah.
He came up with 365.
The website does say 0 woodwinds.
See, I played clarinet, so I kind of feel left out on that group.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah.
It's
But they are
LAUSD. What do you expect?
playing beautiful music as they walk this parade route.
Well, here's the winner of the Founder Award from Sierra Madre Rose Float Association. Papa's Turn. What do bears do in the park?
2 trees bloom from a bed of purple and yellow flowers. The tree toward the front has yellow flowers on its branches, while the one near the back has red ones. 3 brown bear cubs occupy the red one. One bear cub reaches for a black and yellow hive with bees buzzing around it. Another bear rests on another bough. The third bear clings to the trunk and looks over his shoulder as larger Papa Bear in goggles rides away on a silver scooter. A flock of orange birds flies in front of him.
I think that Papa Bear is supposed to look like those white suitors in their scooters.
The self-built float of the Sierra Madre Rose Float Association is a whimsical portrayal of a bear's family day at the park. It looks like while the cubs are getting into some mischief, it's Papa's turn to get into a little mischief of his own. Because he literally looks like he's riding the same size scooter as the white suits. Although this Papa Bear is about 10 times bigger than the white suits at a minimum.
And now from Nuevo, California, the Riverside County Sheriff's Department Mounted Enforcement.
The riders wear tan, long-sleeve shirts, dark green vests, brown slacks, light-colored cowboy hats, and dark boots.
Established in 2021, this is Riverside County, California Sheriff's Department Mounted Enforcement Detail's first appearance. Their specially trained, sworn personnel complement the Sheriff's Department, providing support for civic activities and charity events, assisting in tactical rescues and memorial and honor details. Their goal is to build and nurture strong and trusting relationships between civilians and law enforcement. Being on horseback gives them a leg up on promoting law enforcement's commitment to providing a safe place for all. Their Sheriff, Marshal Sheriff Chad Bianco, and it is of note that they are marching a riderless horse in honor of their recent fallen soldier.
Now, that was about a few days ago that officer was killed in the line of duty. And since we heard about that here, I did print out some signage that has the Riverside County Sheriff's emblem star that they wear with the black stripe along it, what they do when a soldier has been fallen. And we each of those held those up, and about every one of those sheriffs thanked us. It was very touching.
Yeah, very moving.
And in keeping with the Rose Parade, all of the sheriffs at the back of their saddle have red and white roses in a bouquet design at the back of their saddle. Followed, of course, by the Pooper Scoopers.
And proud we are of all of them.
Hey, it wouldn't be a clean parade if there weren't Pooper Scoopers following any mounted entry.
Agreed.
Now, we do have a small break in the parade. It could be a breakdown because the next float on my list is not the next one that is coming up. But what is coming up is where flowers meet football. They meet at Rose Bowl, of course.
A red and yellow fire truck travels their parade route with special passengers, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse.
Rolling into the corner is Disneyland's fire engine, where Minnie throws a football toward the Rose Bowl Stadium. Catching the toss, with some help from TV magic, are Chip and Dale, Goofy, Pluto, and I'll spare you my impersonation, but Donald Duck himself. Mickey and Minnie are joined by Tennyson, a 2017 Make-A-Wish recipient. With the help of Tennyson, a 2017 Make-A-Wish recipient, Minnie will be tossing the ball from the Tournament of Roses to the Rose Bowl Stadium. This year is the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company.
And now coming up is Mansion Entertainment, the heart and soul of family entertainment, creating a lifetime of memories. The mansion behind the Mansion Entertainment.
At the rear, a tall white mansion with 4 columns in front and 5 long windows sits on top of a golden film tin. In front of the mansion, 3 brown horses gallop toward the front. In the center is a small stage and several wide steps. Around the sides at the front, film frames display scenes from a new movie. In the front sit movie cameras and Klieg lights, I don't know if I'm saying that right, while blue musical notes dot the deck.
You know, the float features a replica of Mansion Entertainment Group's Branson, Missouri mansion, surrounded by depictions of film, stage, and sound. Grammy winner Tanya Tucker performs her current single, Ready As I'll Ever Be, on the stage of the mansion. And Tanya is riding the float, waving at everyone in the crowd.
You know, that fire truck that was passed by with the Mickey and Minnie, that's the one that they actually go up and down the street of Main Street at Disneyland. That is the actual one.
I'm not.
Now,
gonna
it is a
pretend.
replica. It is not the actual.
I'm not. gonna
did not
pretend
know that.
I'm not cool enough to have seen that a million times. My best friend and I, over the years, have gone to Disneyland more times than you might think.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. In fact, she took me there for my birthday last year. Thank
Very
you, Kim.
nice. Not
Yeah.
a bad present.
I had
Not a bad
annual.
gift.
I had annuals. I've been there like countless times. My first annual used to be pink.
Oh, nice.
Remember those?
I just realized that Kim and my nephew Liam are watching, and I might have just made Liam know that we went to Disneyland without him. So I might be in a little bit of trouble with
She
my
was
10-year-old
just kidding
nephew.
about all of that.
None of it
Just-
happened.
It was but a ruse.
All right, we do have the next float coming up. It might have broken down temporarily because it's not being towed by a tow truck, but it did win the Americana Award, and it's from NASCAR, Always Forward, racing down Colorado Boulevard.
The float is in the shape of a giant race car in colors of hot pink, orange, and red. In the front is the insignia of NASCAR's 75th anniversary with a diamond of yellow, red, and blue in the center. A racetrack curls around the length of the float. 3 cars designed in blue, red, green, yellow, and black race down the curling track. 1 car near the back cantilevers above its track. In the back, rising above the scene, are 5 arches of the Los Angeles Coliseum with the cauldron of fire on top.
The float is a representation of NASCAR's preseason exhibition race, Clash at the Coliseum. Coming to Los Angeles on February 5th, with the theme Always Forward, the race cars are ready to kick off their 75th anniversary. The cars are decorated with blue status, ground split peas, and rice. The cauldron and fire are created with petals of red, orange, and yellow carnations. The racetrack is rendered with cranberry seeds, black seaweed, orange lentils, and gray poppy seeds. And
Now-
I'm hungry again.
And now from Snapchat, wait, you'll see this. Strange faces.
6 heads merge in a circle. Each face has different filtered facial features. One has a wide smile and large teeth. One has a nose above blue eyes and an open mouth. Another squinty green eyes, bulbous nose, and full lips. While another with green eyes has its tongue sticking out. The faces are created from gold, pale lavender, yellow, maroon, and purple flowers.
Snapchat brings people of all ages together to see and experience the world in a way they haven't seen before. And it's the easiest platform to create enviable content. One of Snapchat's most well-known features is their suite of augmented reality lenses, which help create fun, easy, and endlessly entertaining ways to connect with friends, family, and the world. These lenses encourage self-expression, learning, play, creativity, and spontaneity, which leads to more meaningful conversations with loved ones.
Well, that seems to be the end of our parade because when the parade ends, it's the sheriff's vehicles that try to clear the road because people start walking around. The weird thing is there's like one marching band left. Usually marching bands can get around very easily around broken down floats. So I'm guessing that's the end of the parade.
And the people are all walking in the street now. We're not
Yes,
quite-
they are.
It seemed like it went by in a heartbeat.
It did.
It goes pretty fast. How do you guys like the parade? Was that fun?
It was a blast.
It was beautiful. Best of all, getting to sit here and experience it with the two of you.
Thank you.
All right. The on-air producer is Richard Blythe. This live audio stream is being webcast on AudioEyesTV, the YouTube channel of AudioEyes. We welcome you to post questions and comments on any social media platform. Your comments will be passed along to our audio describers, the 3 of us, during and after our program. Please visit our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. Thank you for joining us today for the live audio description of the Rose Parade, provided by the Tournament of Roses.
Today's parade has been described by AudioEyes. Please visit our website, audioeyes.com, and our Facebook page.
We'd like to thank, of course, myself, the producer, Richard Blythe, and our additional engineers, Anthony Blythe, Kevin Campbell, and Spencer Six. We also offer a special thanks to Jolie Mason and the Los Angeles Radio Reading Service for hours of assistance and consultations for preparation of this live broadcast and for the legacy of describing this parade for the past 27 years. Thanks also go out to the volunteers who provided assistance today and to our guests who attended this live event. And we thank our staff members who also worked diligently to provide this program. Amber Boggs, Rick Boggs, Mark Davis, Deborah Lewis, Terry Grossman, and Herb Merriweather.
We'd also like to thank Gary Simonian and Vanessa Schultz at the Tournament of Roses for all their kind support and for the opportunity to provide live audio description of the parade for blind and visually impaired people around the world, as well as the neurodiverse and anyone else who enjoys listening to audio description.
And from all of us here from Audio Eyes, we'd like to wish you
Happy New
Happy New
Year!
Year!